I wanted to talk about Joanna Jedrzejczyk's brief display of inside fighting in her fight against Michelle Waterson last weekend. Now, clinch fighting in MMA and inside fighting in boxing are two different things with different rules. For example, you're allowed to hold and hit in MMA, strike with any limb, transition to a takedown, so on and so forth. But Joanna showed some sneaky forms of control on the inside that could apply to boxing as well. So take a look at how they're tied up in the clinch here. Joanna has Waterson's right side completely smothered in the clinch with either an overhook or an underhook, and her head in tight on that side. So Waterson can't possibly use that side to hit her. Now obviously in boxing you can't tie up this long without the ref breaking you up, but a lot of times you will be allowed to work if one hand is free, which is the situation you see here. So with Waterson's right side completely smothered, she still has her left arm, and look at what Joanna's doing to shut that down. She's controlling with bicep control. Controlling your opponent's arm at the bicep, or the base of the arm lever, makes it near impossible for your opponent to land a punch, since you can feel when your opponent gears up for a punch and apply pressure on the bicep to completely nullify it. Furthermore, since you're the one in control in this position, you can quickly disengage from it to land a quick punch. We see Joanna throws an elbow here, so obviously if you're boxing, throw a punch instead. And so Jack Johnson was notoriously known for using this bicep control, and he used it to frustrate and tire out his opponents. Once again, we see Joanna use bicep control and land a shot. Very good dirty boxing on the inside. Then we see from there she transitions from bicep control to head control and lands vicious knees. Now obviously you can't tie clinch in boxing or knee your opponent, but you can control your opponent's head as long as you're more subtle about it. The best fighters must control their opponents. Not my quote, everyone says it. And this reminds me of how Errol Spence was able to knock down Sean Porter in the 10th round in their fight. Errol Spence was using head control to land the shot that he landed, and even though you can't tie clinch or hold and hit in boxing, the very subtle thing you could do is control your opponent's head and then hit them as you're disengaging from that head control. It's a very sneaky, cheeky tactic, but it's legal as long as you're very subtle about it. Very dirty boxing, but also clean at the same time. And that's really all I have for this one. Joanna Jedrzejczyk is one of, if not my favorite MMA fighter, who was such a breath of fresh air amongst the women when she first came on the scene, and even today with the game of MMA constantly evolving, us boxers can still watch her and learn something. So if you like this content and want to see more, please leave a like and consider subscribing if you want to see more. I'll see you guys all in the next one. Thank you all for watching.
I know it took way longer than 9 months, but fuck it, it's all in due time. I turn a blunt to a road with dreams of being a beagle. Don't want to, I need to. You gotta learn to keep it so equal. When you come up in a place where everyone got a piece but ain't peaceful, this is just part one. Wait till the season.